Alright? And then you'd be surprised when you've been putting yourself in a situation what you can actually do. Yeah? Some people say I can't without even trying or even thinking about the process. This is, they kind of locked it off totally. Yeah? Now, if you did and you failed, what does that mean to you?
Because you tried.
You tried.
Yeah.
Then what do you do next time around when that situation occurs?
Get her again, skills.
You learn from mistakes. So what's happened here?
Cut down.
You learn from the mistakes, yeah? And then what do you do after that?
You review what you've done wrong and then you put it right.
That's right. But the thing is, if you didn't do, then you wouldn't even go through that process, would you? Mm-hmm. Now, by going through that process, alright, you say to yourself, I can. And then you do it again, and then there's success. Now, how does that make you feel?
Good. Good.
Yeah? Feels good, right?
Yeah.
And then what would you do next time?
Do
it again. Yeah? So, you know, I can't do, you know, try to put that in the positive. Try to turn that around and see how you can, you know, you can turn it around and bring it out into a positive. Alright? As I said, you know, I don't even entertain that, to be honest. Yeah. Sometimes it's scary, don't get me wrong, but it's a case of, my thing is, even if I fall flat on my face, you know what, it's the learning process that takes place, is the fact that I actually took that step. Yeah? I don't know what's down here, man. It's learning. It's learning. It's okay. It's fully flat. It's great. It's going to get up now. Any minute now. Watch. It's it. It's happening. It's still happening. It's not happening. Watch. It's happening. Alright. So, alright. Now, looking at the fear of success now. Alright. So, why do people perhaps fear? I'm going to put that question out again. I'm going to leave the other two questions. What else could it be, perhaps?
Well, it could be coming back from, you know, maybe childhood or problems you had when you was a child, or even growing up, or people, you know, bullying you and all sorts of problems that, you know, that fail, and then as you grow up, you still hold on to that belief.
It's funny, you know, because again, I had a conversation with another group, and it's interesting though that as a young child growing up, you'd be surprised the baggage that's on you growing older into adulthood, and it actually sticks with you. And at times, when you're in certain situations, it plays itself out. Yeah, it plays itself out. Now, my thing is to that, you probably say something else, but my thing is, when you're aware of that, yeah, if you're aware of this is happening to you, I think that it's about having the confidence to make change, isn't it? Mm-hmm. What the hard stuff, what about the raw stuff, like with the black history stuff, with the stereotypes, the preconceived ideas of black people doing business? What about that stuff? Not the stuff, the real hardcore stuff where you know you have, because you won't go out in business unless you really want to take risks. You're there, you've grown up with a positive perception of yourself, but you go out there, but you know what? The preconceived idea, the stereotypes, and oh my God, stop! They thought it's okay, but suddenly, oh, it's a black stop. I didn't know that. Like, it's a totally different. It's a totally different. And then I've been in situations where I've been in a room, I've come into a room for maybe a business presentation, okay? And one example was when, I think it was an opportunity for business advisors. And I think I actually came in late, and there was a room filled with, I perceived, it's about stereotypes and perception, isn't it? Middle class, white men that looked like accountants, you know, suits. Yeah, no, we finished suits, tie, briefcase walking in. What perception does that, or what picture does that paint to you? And I'm doing this for a reason.
Rich white guys.
Rich white guys, right? That's a perception because of what? It's what is put out there, isn't it? It's what's put out there. It's perception. Yeah. It's a perception. Yeah? No, I'm just giving this as an example. Yeah? It's a perception. So, in my early days, this was part of my early days, I was like, you know, I'm amongst people that know their stuff. I'm amongst people that know what I'm doing here. And to make it worse, I was the only woman. That's good. That's good.
So they're the only black woman?
Yes. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then when the facilitator stood up and said, okay, we're going to talk about ourselves and what we do. It's like, what am I going to talk about? I've only do this for a few years. Yeah. Now, I sat at the end of the table, which was kind of at the front, but he started this way round. Yeah. Now, as he was going round, everyone was like introducing themselves, and then I come to realise that, okay, yes, they're lawyers, they're accountants, but they work for other people. Now, when it came to me, it was like, well, I actually have my own business. And I spoke about the kind of organisations that I do business with. Do you know, I actually felt the power in that. They looked at me as to say, well, why, you don't fit the picture. Yeah? You don't fit the picture. How you look, you don't fit our perception of the professional. Yeah? But that day has empowered me in the sense